Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics. And with the Army-Navy basketball doubleheader this Saturday in Alumni Hall, we're joined by men's basketball head man Jon Perry. Jon, thank you so much for your time.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Jon, how excited are you to be a head coach in an Army-Navy game this Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's obviously the first time being the head coach. I've been here now for 13 years, so it's a great tradition. I'm going to lean on the experiences that I've had over the years.
How can you draw from that double overtime thrill over Lehigh to propel you guys going forward? That was a very resilient effort from your team.
Yeah, got senior leadership. We've got a great junior class, and obviously Aiden and Alston carried us in a lot of moments down the stretch. But Donovan Draper, Cam Cole, Jordan Pinnock, Genu Kim, Mike Woods, all those guys stepped up at different times, and I think that just speaks to your point of our resiliency as a group. And there's some maturity there. We learned a lot of lessons on game of runs and trying to stay composed, and being on the road and learning how to win different games. Every game is different that you play, and you've got to figure out how to be flexible and adapt to what your opponent is doing. And I thought our kids did a really good job of that the other night.
How pleased were you with that result, particularly given that you're coming off of a loss on the road and then again in a different away gym, you're able to come away with that nail-biting victory?
Yeah, I think you always want to bounce back. Our goal every game is just to be 1-0. It doesn't matter who we're playing. That's our focus. We just want to try to stack really good days together in practice, and we're trying to reach our potential individually and collectively as a basketball team. So, there's a lot of lessons learned.
John, I know Austin was tabbed as the preseason favorite for Player of the Year. He's getting nudged by his own teammate in Aiden Kehoe with 21 points, 21 rebounds. First midshipman to do that since the Admiral in 1987. How has Aiden been so dominant in his senior season down low?
Well, his teammates believe in him, and we as a program believe in him, and we understand that having him inside is a great thing for us. He anchors our defense. He obviously helps us on offense in a lot of different ways. Playing inside out with him really helps our perimeter guys. It helps Austin Benini and it helps our guys on the perimeter shooting the basketball. And so we understand, that he's a big part of that. He's worked extremely hard over his career to be in this position, and to have the responsibility to show up every day and to continue to work hard, lead by example, and then go out and be able to perform at a really high level consistently.
Let's talk about somebody who's really believed in you across your career. What's the biggest piece of advice that Coach DeChalis has given you as you're now halfway through your first season as head coach?
Be a really good listener. And he didn't necessarily say that to me a bunch. He demonstrated that a lot to me. And through watching him be a really good listener, ask really good questions, he was able to um, learn what needed to be done and then make the right decisions for the program. And so for that, I'm forever grateful. And that's not just translating to basketball. I mean, that's life. Whether it's with your family or at work or in your relationships with your colleagues, and ultimately, when you're coaching a basketball team too.
John, tee me up for a good segue because adorning either shoulder of you behind you, you've got all the family photos. Asked this to Tim earlier, but how do you keep that balance alive, especially during the basketball season, and also make sure that you're present and make sure that your staff can do the same?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. I'm still working on it. I'm married to my best friend, and Stacy does a lot of that heavy lifting for our family. And being able to go home and compartmentalize my day, whatever's going on with the team is really important, because I want to focus on Stacy and Charlie and Joey as much as I can because family's the most important thing to me other than my faith.
Going back to this ball club, John, what is it about Holy Cross that you learned in your first meeting up there in Worcester that you hope to apply this Wednesday?
Well, they're really physical, and I think rebounding is going to be a big key for us to have success tomorrow night in Alumni Hall. And we were on the road up there, which is a little bit different. We weren't in classes, and so our guys are going to have to be able to work through the day, go to class, and then be able to give everything they have at 1900 tomorrow night. They're really physical. They're big. They're strong. I think they're playing really well right now. So we're going to have our hands full.
One thing you do that I really like, aside from the physical preparation, you have your guys get mindful before each and every game. A little bit of meditation in the locker room. Where does that come from, and why did you feel it was important to make it a staple of your program here at Navy?
It's things that have been introduced to me probably 4 or 5 years ago. General Whistler is a mentor of mine. He's no longer here on the yard, but a guy that really poured into me for a long time and kind of opened me up to the mindfulness training and the meditation a little bit. And so it's something that worked for me, and it's something I'm trying to embrace with the team, and they seem to enjoy that. Also an opportunity for us to just be present, sit in some silence, and really kind of focus in on our task at hand. We want to work hard, everything we do. We want to do our job. We want to put the team first. And I think, we take a minute and a half, 2 minutes before we go out onto the floor because there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of things that happen during a day, and I just want our guys to be centered, be grateful for the opportunity to be able to play, to be able to put on that blue and gold jersey and have Navy on your chest, and for everybody in that locker room to understand how special it is to have the opportunity to do this together.
If you are to take care of business tomorrow night, alumni beat Holy Cross, you have a chance on Saturday to stamp your foot down and continue to remain atop the Patriot League in the conference standings along with Colgate, or you could even gain some distance. How do you pull that off in these next two games?
Yeah, I think we lean on experience. We've got a veteran group. All these games are the same. It's about all of the habits that we've been building since last spring, last summer, and into the fall and through 68 practices so far. Can we execute? Can we take care of the ball? Can we get better shots than our opponent? Are we going to be able to out rebound them? Can we get to the free throw line more than them? And then I think whenever the game is on and it's winning time, as we talk about, can we have more composure than our opponent?
What's the secret sauce? What's the key to that as a head coach, knowing on Saturday it's going to be a packed house, there's going to be folks on top of you, and it means so much to your players?
I mean, I have the utmost confidence in our team. I think we just all must respect the moment. We've got to trust our work and we've got to be who we are. And if I can continue to give those guys that message, then I think we're going to go out and they're going to have fun, which we all started playing this game because we loved it and we enjoyed it and we have fun doing it. And there's nothing better for me as a coach whenever you can see those guys playing with a lot of energy and a lot of joy, and smiles on their faces.
I love it. Last thing I have for you, Coach Perry. Right now, you guys again sit in a tie with Colgate atop the conference standings. You were picked as the Patriot League favorites. Navy comes away with its first conference title if the Mids continue to do what?
Be who we are. Respect the moment, work hard, do our jobs, and put the team first. And we just keep climbing. We understand that every game it's going to get a little bit more challenging, and we're focused on becoming the best team that we can be in this journey that we get to be on through whenever the last game is.
I love it. Let's hope, I don't know, a couple weeks into March, final game. We'll see. Coach, thank you so much for your time, John, and best of luck this week.
Thanks, Tim. You're first class, man. Thanks for all you do for us.
You have been listening to the Navy Sports Magazine Show, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics.